What's up, guys? This is Tom, and we're bringing you week 5 of the NPL. This week we take on the creator himself, Kyle, Ktothe2, friend of mine. Yeah. This was probably the match that I was most, I guess, anticipating since I got started. Mostly because I think that Kyle is a great competitor, and because he is at least a fair enough battler with a very well constructed team that with how poor my team is, I think if I could, at least make it a good game, kind of show that, I guess my experience and just the way that I prepare does give me kind of at least a foot up with a team as poorly synergetic as mine. Um, not take anything away from him. He drafted and constructed his team very well. So much so that when we look at the team preview right now, he his team has many things that I either cannot deal with, can barely deal with, or I must plan thoroughly for, which is basically what I did. I planned very hard for his team. As a matter of fact, looking at his team, I think I predicted Infernape, Latios, Skarmory, Sylveon, and then either Azumarill or Scissor or um, Rotom or Gothitelle as the last two. Just getting that out of the way first because I forgot to do it in the last video. Oopsie. But the reason that Infernape and Latios are such big threats is that one or the other can handle most of my team. When I say I don't have a defensive wall that can do much, I'm not kidding when it comes to Infernape, because if he runs any sort of like mixtape, or if he gets a Swords Dance or a Bulk Up, Fargus is not the answer, and neither is what's it name, Fat and Dumb, Quagsire. And then outside of anything that, like Blastoise is just not taking a CC. I'm not sure at +1, +2, whatever, even at neutral. And if it is, I just can't do anything back to it because I get outsped and probably get bopped or something. Anyway, and then Latios is the same thing. Its stabs handle most of my team, and not only that, but if he runs like one coverage move plus like Roost if he has Life Orb or whatever, I'm pretty sure my team is just going to get absolutely destroyed. So those two are my primary things of worry, and I think I prepared well enough for them. It's just difficult to really be able to hone in on two main threats and then also build a team to handle everything else. Then his two primary walls that I was concerned with are Skarmory and Sylveon, making up a pretty goddamn good core, because basically he has that Fairy Dragon Steel core, which is just fantastic in this type of format or otherwise. Skarmory can take on Terrakion, Conkeldurr, and not really Kyurem Black, but um, hazards are a thing, so if he gets it in for free, he can get a free Stealth Rock, which kind of forces me to defog or spin, depending on what I bring. And then Sylveon is just bulky and probably one of the best mons in this format, so it's pretty much a safe bet that this thing is going to come because, it also hyper voices, wreck most of my team. I think I only have like two fairy resistances, and that's kind of sad. Moving down, Scizor and Azumarill, great physical presences. However, since I've played Azumarill hundreds of times at this point, I know how it works. And with having Kyurem Black, if he kills something with Azumarill, I can bring Kyurem Black free, and he can outspeed obviously because he's an Azumarill. But I can just go for Fusion Bolt and knock him out, unless he's like max HP, max defense, which is so bizarre and so useless. It's not even funny. Scissor's good. Um, I this picture of Scissor that I have in this image is pretty dope. I never really used Mega Scissor, but I have used a Scissor. I know that Mega Scissor does Scissor's job much better because it's more bulky and more offensive and just more everything. I way I prefer Scissor is I think Zapdos is still pretty much the number one check to it because that's what Zapdos does. Like ever since Zapdos was made, or not made, but ever since Zapdos, fourth gen rolled around and it got Heat Wave, it was just like the premier check to Scissor, and then now Mega Scissor in a way. Then Rotom and Gothitelle. I was afraid of Gothitelle because I had a lot of things that were grounded, not levitators, not ghosts. So I was just concerned that even if he did bring it, as kind of like foolish as it was with me having like Mega Gyarados, I was still kind of worried because he could just trap something and either choice it or just handle it accordingly. Even if it was a 1-for-1, um, my mons that he gets rid of are much more valuable than the mons that I get rid of on his team. Mostly because I knock out one thing, I just get something else in my face that's probably gonna set up or just kill me, which is goes back to my original point. Then Rotom. Rotom is good for volt switching, and I think his team kind of needs that. And not only that, but burning things on my team is good, especially if I don't bring Roserade, and unless I have Conkeldurr, he doesn't have to really fear anything. And then finally, Swampert, Dragalge, and Honchkrow. I didn't think he was bringing Honchkrow at all because I think Infernape does Honchkrow's job much better. And not only that, but I have a Terrakion with Justified, so if he makes the wrong move once, he kind of is in a difficult position because I'm not even sure a Skarmory wants to take anything a +1 from a Terrakion. And then Dragalge, I think it's just too slow. My team is it's capable not of taking hits because adaptability, anything, stabs from Dragalge maybe except like Klefki can take its hits, but even so, it's still gonna if it has anything else on my team, it's probably dead. Just being realistic. And then Swampert, I've used Swampert, and my only problem with that is it's good, it's bulky, it's Swampert. I love Swampert so much, but it just doesn't have instant recovery. That's kind of important, I think, on a team against a team like mine. You kind of need something that can take hits, but efficiently and not just get whittled down eventually. That was kind of my issue with it in the GPA. But like I already predicted what I thought he was going to brought, what I think he's going to bring. Actually, was able to do this on Wi-Fi this week, and that was kind of refreshing after getting beat down in Showdown last week. Mostly because I just played like a stupid head. This video should be going up on Monday. I'm not quite sure what time, but it will be going up on Monday. My internet's out right now. It's being a bitch, but yeah. So, all right, battle time. All right, battle time. Looks like I got most of his team correct except for Dragalge. That was kind of an interesting addition to his team. Not necessarily concerned, but certainly intrigued. My team is very weird. I think I have Bold Zapdos with special attack investment, fully defensive Klefki, Fergus, very interesting Metagross and Gyarados set, and then I have a mixed Kyurem Black, as all Kyurem Blacks usually are. However, this team was probably my best chance to take on his team because of just how painfully obvious it is for him to bring certain mons to just crush me. Starts at leads up with Latios. I make a very dumb pseudo prediction here, and this Metagross was specifically to handle this Latios. I go for Pursuit, thinking he'd switch. He would not. He had no reason not to. He's right here. He's trying to, bluff a Scarf. However, I think from my point of view, even if this thing was Scarfed, he'd be putting himself in such a poor tactical position that it didn't seem logical for him to be a Scarf Latios. Switch out, save my Metagross. Don't know why. Shouldn't let it die, but it's early, so I just save it in case I could get some damage off later, or at least set up rocks. So go on to Zapdos, and this thing, like I said, is max defense. I think it has a lot of special attack investment as well to take on it, and hopefully cook Scizor and Skarmory. But I Volt Switch out here. This is just to get initiative because it's pretty much what I need to thrive on in this match because of most of his mons can destroy or two-shot most of my mons, so I gotta stay in a power position and not lag behind. Going to Kyurem Black. Kyurem Black outspeeds and probably kills Dragalge. I think this is an expert belt Kyurem with Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, and Iron Head, I believe. And I should have predicted this switch, but on the same token, I'm not going to play around with threats in case he wanted to stay in. So I just went for Ice Beam. It does nothing to the Mega Scizor, but on the same token, damage is damage, and I needed to ensure that I got as much damage as I could off, and not F around in case he stayed with Dragalge, and goes for Draco, because I lose Kyurem, and I probably lose the match. But he makes a sick double into Latios, and I think right here he's going to go for Draco. Not probably the smartest idea, because I switched into Klefki, and, maybe he was seeing if I stay in, probably thinking I could go for, like, HP Ice or something. Maybe just to knock me out. Well, duh. You get my point. Goes Draco, and I, right here I Thunder Wave, and I don't think this is the smartest play, but he said nothing on his team wanted to take a Thunder Wave. I kind of disagree because he has a Skarmory. And, goes for HP Fire here. I don't take this necessarily super well, but better than I kind of expected it to. I thought I was doing like 37 HP, but I get up a Light Screen here. We're draining Kiss to get some HP back. Now this might seem a little strange. I think this was a Draining Kiss, Thunder Wave, Light Screen, and one other move like Magnet Rise for in case he had Earthquake. If he was, you know, Earthquake, he wouldn't have HP Fire. I thought Earthquake had better coverage than HP Fire against my team, but, you know, so what. Go for Light Screen, kind of hoping I could live a turn and go for Draining Kiss, get some more damage, maybe even knock out the Latios. But that's not going to be the case. I'm going to get knocked out by this HP Fire. It's not a big deal at all, solely because this sets up a Gyarados sweep. I'll go into Gyarados right here, and I'll start setting up D-Dances. Now, at +1, I can outspeed all of his walls, and then Scissor, and then even Scarfed, or non-Scarfed Infernape. However, I can't kill anything. +2, I can kill most of his walls, and then definitely Infernape. However, now I'm a Dark type without Intimidate, so he can just Mach Punch me to death. And right here, the Light Screen is up, so him going for Draco, I have 5 turns of Light Screen, so I can certainly handle, you know, any type of hit, and I chew that. Like, that's amazing. I think I have 124 HP investment in this, so I get to +3, and this might seem greedy. Like, from outside looking in, this might seem greedy, but the way I saw it was that depending on what he goes in after this Latios, also keen prediction on that fully para, just clutch prediction. Also, I know I have another turn of Light Screen. He's at -2, so even if he does go for another Draco or Teemo or something, this is going to do straight up nothing. He was saying this was to ensure damage, you know, that Infernape's Mach Punch can kill, but Mach Punch from Infernape could just, at Iron Fist, could knock out Gyarados regardless. But I finally knock out the Latios at +3 with the Crunch, and right here it goes into Scissor. And this was a little interesting because I have a pretty clutch move on my Gyarados. Now this I kind of tore out of a book from Tony Danza, and him and I kind of have to play a certain way that we have to make these very intriguing sets that you never see for a reason, because Fire Blast Gyarados did stupid amounts of work to his team. Like, I could cook, like you see, the Scissor, and I could also cook the Skarmory. But that was the main reason for me doing that. Yeah, it's kind of a one-type deal, but, you know, I thought his primary switch into Mega Gyarados' setup was a Skarmory, so even, I think, to 50 to 55%, so that was huge damage. But I switch out. Probably should have let it die. Got a free switch into something else, but didn't want to. Go into Fargus, and I go for a Shadow Ball here. Probably should have went for a second Shadow Ball. And he missed the first Draco. That mattered because I just died. Calm Mind was stupid here. Maybe should have went out when I saw that Draco. Actually, no, I didn't have that. Never mind. I thought I was like, oh, I go to Klefki, but Klefki was dead. But he goes to Draco, and I'm like, I can maybe live this, right? Hopefully, maybe, sort of, kind of. I was full health, maybe, please. Have a +1? No, because he gets a crit, which mattered. But at this point, after Fargus went down, and after Klefki had already gone down, the little voice in my head said, "You lose to Infernape. You suck." And I do my best here to kind of bring back a match, or kind of play damage control, because I'll Ice Beam this. I believe it goes into Skarmory or Sylveon next, and you know, I'll take those out. I think he said that he just wanted to try to get rocks up, so that, you know, Infernape had a guaranteed sweep, which it basically does because of how this team just doesn't handle Infernape. But even so, it's just after I had, you know, lost my 2 main defensive walls against the team against Infernape, which probably does have a setup move, whether it's Bulk Up or Swords Dance. I was screwed no matter what. But goes in. I knock out the Skarmory, so at least I get damage off. And what was funny is we talked before this, and he had predicted like 4 of my 6 mons. Not only that, but predicted most of their sets. You know, he predicted like HP Fire, Metagross with Stealth Rock. He predicted D-Dance, Mega Gyarados. He predicted Iron Head and Ice Beam um, on Kyurem Black, but he thought I'd also have Earth Power in case he brought Rotom, but I thought I could handle Rotom kind of no problem with Fusion Bolt, or just other mons that could take it on. But he Mach Punch knocks me out. Mach Punch pretty much cleans up all of my team, or Flare Blitz, or Close Combat, or whatever else he has. But Kyurem did what I needed to do. I love using Kyurem Black so much, but I go into Shocking, and I go for Volt Switch because I don't have any move that can take on a Infernape. I don't think Zapdos had like Air Cutter, which I almost put Air Cutter on Zapdos. And what's funny is if I had gotten Rocks Up, or if I had Air Cutter on Infernape, I probably could have won the match, because if that was a Volt Switch, imagine what a super effective Air Cutter would do, or even HP Bird. Oh man, that's sick HP Bird. Hindsight, you kill me. But I go into Gyarados, die to an E-Punch, or Mach Punch, E-Punch, yes, the Extreme Punch. Extreme Punch. He goes for Mach Punch, knocks me out, and then pretty much here's just a good game. He sweeps me, no big deal. I think I brought it from like a 4-0 to 6-0. Like I said, just my team does not handle Infernape very well, but it's good to know for next time that, you know, I know what to expect and then how to prepare, just in general. Keep certain things alive, don't play, you know, play well, but don't play obviously, not even obviously, just keep certain things alive because you know what you lose to, what I lose to, and what I don't lose to. So that's just something to look at for the future. I think this team was very interesting. He kind of thought I bring Roserade, but you know, as I was looking at my team more and more, I thought I lost to most of his mons. Actually, maybe there, if he had gone for Flare Blitz against like Zapdos or something, he would have died with the Rocks damage, the Air Cutter damage, the HP Bird damage. But that was the match. Tis a good match it was. So we lose, and I believe now I'm 1-4 at -7. Which, you know, when I think about it, when I look at the record, that's not that bad. Granted, 1-4, pretty much 2 more losses, I'm out of the playoffs with how the teams are doing this season. But that's not a big deal to me. Like I said in my previous battle, my career stuff's starting to pick up, so I kind of have to split my time between focusing on that primarily and then also doing this whenever I get a chance, which is very rare, but I still did my best. So anything else to say? I replay Kyle again later on. I look forward to that because I kind of deserve a chance of redemption. Maybe even spoil his playoff hopes. Oh, maybe. But hope you guys enjoyed. I know at least 4 people are going to unsubscribe once I upload this match and the other match. So I'll probably lose 10 subscribers tomorrow. Fuck yeah, I can't fucking wait. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Comments, whatever. Don't watch. I don't give a shit at this point anymore. So have a good day and bye.